Welcome to the inevitable Return to Butta. I am your host, Critical, and my co-host,
Go Easy Butter. And today we're talking about
what a success feels like.
what success feel like. What does success feel like to you?
Well, to me, success it's complex, man, because it's defined differently for everybody.
Right.
You know, no one particular individual success is the same
as another person's.
Yeah, so when we look at it, man, you know, for most individuals, they equate success with financials. You know, once your money is right, then that's successful.
Right.
That is a means of success, but then there's also other successful plateaus or goals we can meet. You know, and the feeling is like a rush, you know, adrenaline.
Yeah, it can also be a satisfaction, correct though?
Yes, that's it. You get a satisfaction. It could create humbleness and gratefulness in you when you, especially if you have gained success with other people. You know, you'll be grateful. You have gratitude towards them, things of that nature, and that's a part of the emotions that you get with success.
Feeling success is it's a totally different thing from being successful. Sometimes you can just you can feel successful just by accomplishments. Small accomplishments are it's successful. Like they can say like the job is done well. It was a successful operation to get the job done, or some stuff like that. Right or wrong?
Right. And that's recognition. Is a form of
satisfaction.
Yeah, satisfaction in giving you some type of praise or lift. You know, not necessarily praise, but it is a praise. You know, hey, you were successful in that. You did a good job, and the most important thing is not to let it go to our head. You know, remain humble, celebrate the fact that we succeeded, because that's a good thing. But don't let it go to our head. I got this little paragraph that I got from a book I was reading.
What author are you talking about?
Well, this is anonymous. He just made basically a quote, and they have anonymous, so I don't have no name to attach to it. But basically, I agree with what is being said. It says ultimately, success feels different for everyone, and the emotions that come with it are highly personal. However, whether it's a feeling of pride, gratitude, freedom, or something else entirely, the emotion that comes with success are often incredibly powerful and can help us to lead more fulfilling lives. By setting our goals and working hard to achieve them, we can experience the incredible feeling of success and all the emotions that come with it.
Right.
Because there are all types of emotions that come with it, you know.
Yeah, people cry, people get angry, people cry, people rejoice, people let off balloons, people get cakes. It's a lot when it comes to success. People pop champagne and get a table full of folks to sit around and eat with them. You know, when you're successful, man, there's a lot of things you can do to celebrate that. But you know, some people don't even celebrate success. They just keep moving, and they don't even really acknowledge what they have done. Some people will just be so humble about it, and then some people be so excited about it. So yeah.
And you know, one of the reasons being from learning from my studies and from having some levels of success, if we celebrate too hard after we have made some success, it
seems like you fall after that.
No, I had put my head down.
No, I said it seemed like you fall after you.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to come to. You know, exactly, because if we celebrate too hard, then it's even harder to reach that level of success. You follow me? Because we're so high, we got to come down. We're going to come down. And then some people, they'll get depressed, because once the hype is over, now that begins to fade off. So now what's my next move? My next move got to be greater than the first. But the one that's really humble and don't celebrate it as much, they still have room to go.
Yeah, it's like you keep growing with that. So
exactly.
Yeah, so you know, having having success is like you said is different levels to it. So like I remember just being an artist and always wanting to get a music deal. And still to this day I wouldn't mind taking a major deal, you know what I'm saying, and not have to be independent, not have to do all the work, but I still feel successful even though I haven't touched a lot of things that I wanted to touch in the music business. I still feel successful because I have touched some people, even if it's a small amount. And so I still feel success from that alone, from just the few people that I do touch and that reach out to me and look up to me a little bit. I appreciate that. That's enough for me. I don't gotta have millions and millions of dollars for something that I love, because I really love doing it. So I celebrate my success a little different. I just constantly keep going.
Exactly, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. And that leaves room for you to continue to grow and continue to meet more heights. Because if you put it at, well, I done reached it, then what's next? There's nothing next. There's no more. It's gonna take you even longer to get back to that level. So celebrating it, good, but not too extreme, to where you'll set the bar too high for yourself to even achieve that or go beyond.
Yeah, because it'd be a lot of artists, they'll say like, they hit ain't as big as they last hit, and it's like they
right.
I think when they start thinking about making a hit, that's when they can't make another hit. I think if they just, like I just said, keep going, the hits will just keep flowing. I think that's when people drop the ball, when they think about making a hit, instead of just making what they've been doing. Like, just keep making the songs like how you've been making them. Don't overthink it. Just do it, and whatever you're saying, just like you said the first time, just do it the way you did it at first. And I think that's where people drop the ball at, on trying to drop hits or trying to make songs sound really good. Just, what I'm saying, I don't have no songs that have never reached the top 10, boys, so I can't really speak for people who have. But I feel like no matter what age it is, once one of my songs cross over, I feel like everything that I ever done is gonna be some type of hit or some type of quote of saying. That's just the way I feel. Like I say, I treat my success different, but it's like people who have number ones, who make it to number one, it's like they stress themselves out to the max to get another one, because it's like it's really hard to do. But when it really ain't hard to do, I just feel like they celebrated the first one so hard to where they dropped the ball on continuing to be hungry.
Yeah, and then like I said, you go through somewhat of a little brief depression, because like that statement you made about you're only good as your last hit. Well, if you look at it that way, then you're putting a negative on you. You're not good no more. Your last hit, your goodness is in the past. Well, look at it differently. Hey, I accomplished that. That was success. That was a step. Now it's time to move on to bigger and better things. Have that mentality, then you can keep going. You're not bogged down and saying, well, I'm not making the sales on this cut as I made on the other ones. So what?
All right.
Enjoy your craft. Enjoy your art that you create. Right. And continue to put your energy, that little pride that you do have, not a whole bunch, but the pride that you do have, put that energy into your next project. Whether it be music, or whether it be community service, or whether it be just extending some help to someone else or yourself. And that's success. We both have reached different levels of success.
Right. What is success to you? What is success to you? Success comes in all shapes, form, and fashion. I remember listening to this thing with what's his name? All gold everything. Trinidad James, and he was talking about. And a person asked him why he a one hit wonder. Oh yeah, Funny Marco had cracked the joke like why he a one hit wonder, and he was like really saying like he's not a one hit wonder. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but he took that and spent that on something else. But he's successful. He's like, if that's what you feel, that's what you feel. But him being a one hit wonder then took him to wonderful places in his life. You know what I'm saying? His own code. He took it to another level with it. He didn't stop. So the level of success that he received with that all go everything, what's different from the success he's receiving right now from his clothing line. And it's different successes. So it's different levels of success as you grow in being successful. So once you be successful one time, you're gonna be successful again and again and again. And it can be small success stories and big success stories. You know what I'm saying? Almost like when a kid go to school for them 3 years and graduate, that's a big success story. You know what I'm saying? You go to college and you graduate, that's a big success story. You know what I'm saying? You can have you put a puzzle together with just your kids. That's a small success story. You know what I'm saying? It's big. That's a big one too, because it's a relationship with your family. But I'm just saying, like, small things like that.
Yeah. And then there's something else I'd like to add to it, because this is a true statement that success knows failure very well.
Yeah.
Because
if you don't fail, you won't succeed, for real.
Exactly. If you're afraid to fail, you will never succeed in anything. Fear stops a lot of people from any success, because they're afraid to step out. They're afraid, like we did the podcast in the past about thinking outside the box or doing anything outside the box, getting out of their comfort zone. Sometimes we have to get out of our comfort zone. We have to get in unfamiliar territories in order to reach success. Because if we stay safe, then we can't achieve no more than what's in that safe setting or safe level or frequency. Mm-hmm. We have to elevate our energies and our force above the norm or the safe area. And then we can reach success. And then humble ourselves. Once we humble ourselves, we can continue to reap the benefits of success. I've seen so many things in my lifetime, in my little brief lifetime, as far as success is concerned. When you make your first dollar, most business, this is something we learn from observation or being around others in business before we get ours. They always take the first dollar or whatever it is that they make and stick it up on the wall.
Right.
Yeah, it's the first dollar. Some people frame it. It's the first dollar I made in the company.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot of times.
Yeah, whatever it may be, they put it up on the wall as a reminder that, hey, this is where it started. And then they look and they're bringing thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars through the register now. Whereas they look back and see that was the first one. And that type of celebrating is good. It's inspirational. And it gives you a sense of freedom, especially if you're breaking away from working for someone else and always having to clock in and always have to be responsible to them, and then it gets hectic sometimes in situations like that. But once you start doing it on your own and you start reaching those levels of success, it's a sense of freedom.
Yeah, it really is. Being a personal experience, being a business owner, I have failed, I have succeeded, I have went up, I have went down, but guess what I do? I continue to go and I continue to believe. And if you don't put your feet on the ground and put yourself in position and try to win, you will not succeed. But if you get out there and just try, you'll see out of every 10 people, I'm not going to say out of 100, I'm going to say out of every 10 people, one of them people going to call. Out of every 10 people that you pass flyers or cards or business to, don't procrastinate on nothing, man. Just keep going. And you will reach success if you decide to be a business owner. But let me tell you something, as a business owner, being a boss, just make sure that you put your feet to the ground, man. Like I said, and keep going, you'll reach success. Yeah. What else you got?
Yeah, I agree with you. It's not easy being a boss. However, I also like to add this with that. Once you have a working formula, you can put that shit on, you can put it on autopilot. And there it goes, and you don't allow no one to change your formula, because once you have the instructions how to build a house, you follow me, and you got all the instructions there. If you follow the instructions per word, then you're going to build a house every time. And then if you allow others to come in to assist you in it, and you insist, like you say, put your foot down, be grounded, and you insist that you do not go outside of the script. Follow the script. Right. If you can't follow the script, you're not the one that I need. Right. Because this is proven success here. Right. So if we do it the same way that I got it set up, and I'm running it, then it's going to be successful every time. Right, but once you decide to change it and put your own in it or take something out, there's a possibility that it may fail. Now, there are some improvements. Yeah, things can be improved upon, but that's not a guarantee. When someone comes with another way to do things, this, that, and the other, you have to check it out. It's like whenever you get ready to do any type of major project for, say, for the city, the government, or the state, they have what they call a feasibility study first. They want to study the ins and outs and pros and cons of everything about the whole proposal to see if it's feasible, see if it's really legit enough, worthy, or worthwhile putting money into or backing. So everything has some instructions, it has some art, and success is the same way. If you see it successful, if you duplicate it, replicate it, however you want to cate it, you just do it the way it was done, then you reach that level of success.
There it is, man. So yeah, exactly what you said. We talking about what's success to you today. You know what I'm saying? That was the whole goal. Is success to you? Ain't that what the title is?
The title is "What Does Success Feel Like?"
Yeah, what does success feel like? Well, yeah. So I gave you some feelings. We tied up emotions in this. Tied up businesses and gave definitions of it. Yeah. So I think that's probably enough for this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the name of this podcast, man?
This is the inevitable Return to Butta.
Yeah, man. We out of this thing.
Peace.
Peace.